Every morning, Miguel and Holly reveal Charlotte's deepest and darkest secrets.
It's Queen City Confessions with Miguel and Holly. Hits 96.1.
Get those confessions in anonymously. Text them. You put the word hits with your confession and text it to 96893.
Here's the first Queen City confession. I think I have a crush on my priest. It's not like I planned this, I swear. He's just kind, funny, and way more down to earth than I expected. And now I find myself actually getting nervous before church, wondering if he'll notice my new outfit or if I sound ridiculous when I talk to him. It's gotten to the point where I avoid eye contact during the sermons because I'm worried it's way too obvious. I know nothing can ever happen, and I feel so weird for even thinking this way, but here I am, crushing on my priest.
Hey, priest.
How you doing?
Well, I mean, you know, though, right? Like you already said, you're like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what you do because you're really like wrapping yourself up in this little infatuation that you have because you actually don't really know him.
Right. He's putting on a performance.
Right. Because he has to. And he is kind. Not that he isn't kind in real life. I'm sure he is very kind. But he's not certainly going to be rude to you as a parishioner. So
Right.
I mean, just try to remember that this is also a human being that you don't actually really know. And maybe stop putting those ideals on him because he is also just human.
And also just maybe be like, maybe he's really messy at home. Like he's just a
Right.
really
Tell yourself all of
messy,
this.
stanky.
He doesn't clean up cereal bowls.
No, he only showers for church. That's it.
Poor man.
I'm curious though, like who is someone you are ashamed to admit that you're attracted to? Like who is someone that you're like, yo, I'm attracted to my priest? Or maybe there's like a celebrity that no one else thinks is cute, but you do. Who is that person? Call us up 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text hits with your message and send it to 96893.
Here's the next Queen City confession. I'm low-key jealous of my parents. I went to UNC Charlotte, but lived at home through college to save money. And even after graduation, I stayed with my parents for a while. We were always close, or so I thought. Now that I finally moved out and have my own place, my parents are out here living their absolute best lives. They're taking weekend trips, going to concerts, having random wine nights. They're actually fun now. To make it worse, they barely even call or text me anymore. It's like I've been replaced. I know I should be happy they're thriving, but honestly, I feel a little lonely.
Oh, no. Oh,
Well, I feel like you
no.
got to realize that parents make sacrifices
Yes.
and they don't get to do the things they want to do because
When
you're
they're
their kid.
parenting.
Yeah.
Because parenting and like your fun single or like newly married self, they don't exist at the same time.
Right.
So, you obviously communication goes both ways. Call them. I know they would love to hear from you. When you get lonely, call them. But also, this is time for you to spread your wings. Like, you go find some friends. Like, it's time for you to go live your best life, going out on the weekends and like doing fun stuff. Get your little friend group, and please let your parents just enjoy some kid-free time.
Because do you really want to see your mama drunk at brunch?
You don't. You think you do, I feel like, but I also feel like you probably don't.
You don't.
I don't want my kid to ever see me drunk at brunch. But she thinks she wants to. She's like, Mom, when I'm 21, we're going to party. I'm like,
no.
I just feel too weird about that. I feel too weird. So I don't know.
Here's the last Queen City confession. I'm really trying to be patient with my girlfriend, but I'm starting to get frustrated. We're supposed to fly to California in a couple of weeks to visit my family, but with all the chaos happening with planes lately, especially that Delta flight this weekend, she's now a hard no on flying.
Oh.
And I get it. Flying can be scary, and I want to be empathetic, but I don't have the vacation time to road trip across the country, and canceling isn't really an option. I've tried calming her down, sharing stats about how safe flying is, but she's stuck on the idea that something will go wrong. Now I'm stuck between supporting her fears and somehow convincing her to get on this plane, and honestly, I'm running out of ideas. I feel like that's going to be a big thing over the next few years because of everything that's been happening, where it's like, how do you get people that are already nervous to fly to say like, yes, you hear the stories, but how many flights a day happen
and
outside
how many
of
car accidents a day?
Right.
Like, that is a really tough one. I mean, those people on the Delta flight lived. They did. So it's not always.
See, they got off the plane. They
got off the plane. They're out here still living.
And posting the videos on Instagram and stuff.
On likes.
Have you ever?
I got nothing else.
And I'm like, have you dealt with that before? Have you dealt with a person that is scared of flying, and especially now with everything that's been happening over the past?
If they were nervous
weeks?
before, like I'm not a nervous flyer, but even me, I'm like, ooh,
right?
Can we get this together, please?
How do you deal with that fear with someone in your life? Or if you are someone that has that fear and maybe you have to travel for work, how are you working through those issues right now? And maybe we can give this confessor some advice. Call us up 1-844-HIT-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text us, put the word HITS with your message.